Hello, my sweet summer children. Are you bored? Are you going through a Game of Thrones withdrawal? Is the release date of Winds of Winter seeming like a never-ending story that we're never going to get to read? Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to help you get through the long night. You already know I am. A mother does not give up on her children. The first and most important thing that's going to get you through the long night is being subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire content that I post. Second, I've comprised a list of shows similar to Game of Thrones that will get you through the long night. And if you're currently watching something that you think I should be watching that might help me get through the long night, then please comment that below so I can check it out. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 1, Vikings.
Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best.
Vikings is my second favorite TV show. You can watch the new season free on the History Channel or thehistorychannel.com as it airs, but if you need to catch up on past seasons, they are available on Amazon Prime. And if you don't want to fork out the money for Amazon Prime, then sign up for a free trial, binge watch the first seasons, and cancel before you're charged. Is that ethical to say? Probably not. But anyway, the new season starts November 29th at 9 p.m. and it's opening up with a 2-hour premiere. So if you've never watched it, without spoiling it, I'm going to tell you what it's about. It's about Vikings, hence that's why it's called Vikings. Just kidding. So Vikings is set in Norway, England, and the other parts of Europe. The show takes place at the beginning of the Viking Era. The star of the show is crazy Ragnar Lothbrok, played by Travis Fimmel, and it follows Ragnar, his brother Rollo, his friend Floki, Ragnar's sons, as they change the world. It's definitely a period drama like Game of Thrones. It's loosely based on history. There's violence, battles, politics, kings will rise and fall, trials by combat will be had. There's Norse mythology, prophecy, magic, day-to-day Viking living. There's power struggles, plots, and counterplots, and like the only thing that's missing is dragons. But if it had dragons, then it would be Game of Thrones. Well, kinda. But it's really good, like really, really good. And I'm going to be doing a video on the season 5 trailer for all of you who already watch Vikings. Number 2, The Last Kingdom.
Would have been the better choice, yes. Then young Otto wouldn't have shit himself.
The Last Kingdom is kind of new for me because I didn't know it existed until George R.R. Martin tweeted about it. I'm all caught up on both seasons because the seasons so far are only 8 episodes long, but it's really good. So it's on Netflix. You can Netflix and chill. Season 3 doesn't come out until 2018, so you have time to catch up. The Last Kingdom is based on the Saxon Stories, which is a series of novels by Bernard Cornwell. Without spoiling too much, I'll tell you what it's about. The Last Kingdom is set in the late 9th century in what we now call England. Basically, that's around the time Vikings were invading everything they could invade. The star of the show is Uhtred, son of Uhtred. When the series starts out, Uhtred of Bedinburgh is a child, a Saxon, and he's like a lord, and his father is killed in battle by the Vikings, and he's captured and raised as a slave. And now he has a choice to make. The series follows him as he plots and fights, falls in love, goes through unimaginable things, and basically he's torn between his true heritage, which is Saxon English, and being Viking. There's magic, but very little, almost none actually, but there's like one girl who does some unexplainable things, maybe witchcraft or something, and also no dragons, but it's really good. Number 3, The Tudors.
They must be punished for their detestable and unnatural sin of rebellion against their sovereign. Just as my father punished the Cornishmen.
Firstly, a fun fact, I'm a huge history buff, and while The Tudors is about Henry VIII, King of England, The Tudors is loosely based on history. Like, the broad strokes are there, but a lot of it is, made up for TV. I would describe this show as Love and Hip Hop Tudor England or something like that. Henry VIII is known for many things. One of those things is all the women he ran through during his reign as King of England. If you like Game of Thrones because of the politics, the backstabbing, scheming, and plotting, the splendor of tourneys and balls, love and betrayal, then you will enjoy The Tudors. There are 4 seasons. It was originally a Showtime original, but it's available now on Netflix, so you can watch the whole series beginning to end. It's good. It's good. You'll like it. I think you'll like it. Number 4, Spartacus.
The shadow of Rome is vast, and you will yet die under it to the roar of the crowd.
I loved Spartacus. I binge watched it in like a week. Completely unhealthy, I know, but it's so good. I actually just started watching season 1 again, so yeah, it's good. However, I don't think it's for everyone. Spartacus is definitely rated R. It's a lot of nudity and sex and violence. There's also some things you might find offensive. I mean, in my opinion, it's more violent than Game of Thrones, easily. The disturbing bar is kind of high, but at the heart of it, it's a really good series. It's based on the historical figure Spartacus, a Thracian gladiator who led a major slave uprising against the Roman Republic, departing from Capua. There are some pretty crazy gladiator fights. They talk pretty hilariously. Like, you get to see the daily life of a gladiator, like their training, what they win, like the relationship between them and the people they interact with. There's a lot of plotting to climb the social ladder among the Romans. There's a lot of blood sport. Some very sad things happen. Some very treacherous things happen. It's a really good show. It's definitely different than all the others on this list. It has a Quentin Tarantino feel to it. It's one of my favorites. It was originally made by Starz, but all 3 seasons are available on Netflix for your binge watching pleasure. Number 5, Reign. Reign is another historical drama. Reign is about Mary, Queen of Scots. Mary is the Queen of Scotland, and like the Tudors, it's kind of historical and kind of not. There's a lot of extra juice added for TV, but it's definitely worth watching. One thing Reign does really well is the costumes, like the gowns, and just everything is amazing. The soundtrack music is also really good and kind of like new age. Basically, Reign follows Queen Mary from life to death. There's, of course, politics. There are a few battles here and there, but it's mainly politics, backstabbing, plotting. There's some prophecy and sketchy people. There's a lot of love stories going on. There's some humor and good banter, but it's not like, it doesn't have big battles and tons of CGI, but it's really good. And Queen Catherine Medici is one of my favorites in the story. She's kind of like Cersei. She's fiercely protective of her children, but she's like more human than Cersei. It's good. I really enjoyed it. Reign has 4 seasons, but there's like 78 episodes in the whole series. I think like the seasons have a ridiculous amount of episodes, and you can watch the beginning to the end of the series on Netflix. You can binge watch in Netflix and chill. If you have watched any of these series, then let me know how you like them. What's your top 5 without including Game of Thrones? I mean, no one on TV is doing it like Game of Thrones. Thrones has probably the best CGI you will ever see on TV, the best filming locations, the best costumes, the best music, the best story to work from, wolves and dragons and White Walkers. But hopefully this list will help you get through the long night, because Thrones will be back. As always, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and join the sweet summer family. Okay, my sweet summer children, have a good day.